Hey everybody, I'm Sam.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Will, and we are
Working Title!
We are back for another episode of Attack on Titan. It is season 4, episode
79.
79 called Memories of the Future. Not even gonna try to figure out what that means. Last on.
Eren got his head shot off.
And Will was not here. Will, you wanna fill us in?
Dude, I'm back. Falco became a pure Titan,
yeah.
and now he is the jaw, which is wild.
Maybe wings.
Maybe wings. Maybe it's him jumping through the sky like a flying squirrel. Zeke somehow managed to break the curse or the chains of. And what do you even call it? The king's wish to not be violent. He managed to break out of that. And he seems to be in control in this world of Ymir, who is a slave too, which is weird. All-powerful being that's a slave.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy our content, leave a comment down below about what you thought of Memories of the Future. If you want to enjoy some of our other content, we have 3 OVAs that are going to be exclusive to Patreon until this season is complete. So if you want to check that out, go to Patreon. We also have The Witcher currently up right now. We also have Full Metal Alchemist right now. So if you want to check those out a week in advance, we have that available for you as well. So go and support us.
And it's not a market substitute. Go on whatever anime streaming service you prefer. Watch AOT over there, and then come back to YouTube and watch your boys' reaction, right? Love you guys. Punch it.
Wow.
Baby Eren.
That is a
Yes,
chunky
yes.
Yeah, it is baby Eren. Fuck, dude.
Here's Grisha. Young Grisha.
Oh my god!
Dude's over there watching.
一体何がしたい？お前が分かるまで見せてやる。グリシャ・イエーガーがいかにして息子を洗脳し、お前に民族主義を植え付けたのか。分かるまで何度も。
Oh, so are we just gonna go reliving everyone's memories? See, at the end of the day, it's not gonna change the she's dead.
よかったな、グリシャ。ここじゃ1回目の家族を一切忘れて幸せを享受するあんたを誰も咎めない。
Damn.
以前も息子がいたことを一切忘れてもな。
Weren't you the one that snitched on him in the first
Yeah.
place?
Did you make it a little harder for him?
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't a
I
great
mean, he was
guy.
a shit dad.
He wasn't a great guy, but he was trying to make things better for you.
このクソ親父が LD の復権のためなら妻子をクソダメに捨てるようなクソ野郎だ。
Not wrong.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
した。俺は間違ってた。
Eren doesn't believe that. He's just trying to say that.
Yeah.
He's just like, bro.
洗脳が解けたよ。
Yeah, right. Yeah, right, dude.
は無限にある。焦らなくていい。
We can be here all day. It's the Dormammu I've come to bargain.
Yeah.
I have all day to brainwash you, Eren.
Hannes!
Hannes!
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, dude, him snooping through people's stuff.
Kenny!
Wow.
Whoa, look at them. They're like government.
Oh, Rod
officials.
Reese.
Love that.
Oh, God, here we go.
Hey!
まさかこんなに早く突き止めていたなんて。
Wait, so he figured it out this early?
壁の
That's what they're saying.
虹色だ。そんなはずはない。グリシャが始祖を奪ったのは壁が破壊された日のはず。
Okay. We got an exact
まだ
time
何
period.
年も先だ。
So he found out this early. Why didn't he... Zeke. He chickened out.
He enjoyed life, maybe.
He did.
He
Yeah.
enjoyed his family. I mean, of course, who wouldn't?
Oh.
Yeah, Zeke. Oh man, he's crushed.
2人目の息子は愛されていたらしい。
Wow.
復権派の使命を中断するくらいに俺とはまるで大違いだな。さすがに 前回の失敗を踏まえている。
He kept a picture of him, like he still
Yeah.
cared about you.
ごめんな、ジーク。
Oh.
ジーク。
Oh.
Shut up.
Yo,
No way.
そこにいるのか。
what the fuck is happening?
Probably a founder's ability. Or the attack.
Oh, maybe just a ghost he saw in his mind.
Or he legit sensed him.
Maybe it's like some interstellar stuff, like
Yeah,
maybe seeing him.
ジークがあんなヒゲ面を見
That all bears what? What?
ただの夢だ。
Yeah. That's what I've been saying.
Next one.
次の記憶だ。ジーク。
Eren. Dude. Next memory, Zeke. Let's go, buddy.
Yeah.
If I lose it all, slip and fall, I will never look away.
If I lose it all, lose it all, lose it all. Also, have you noticed in the intro that they flash all the people who are Titans? When it comes to Armin, they show Bertold and Armin is lying down and he's got like blood mist coming out of his mouth.
I haven't seen
What
it.
the fuck is that about? And that thing!
I've given up on trying to figure it out. It's a rib cage.
Fuck.
The bird
It looks
cage
like there's a
rib cage.
Titan in the center of it.
There's like thousands of Titans below.
お前はもう9歳になるな。
This is right when it was gonna happen.
グ
Colossal.
リシャはお前を愛し、お前は父親に洗脳なんてされていなかったと。だから無駄だと言った。何年も親父の記憶を。
They wandered for years in his memories.
だとしたら、なぜお前はなぜ争いを終わらせることを拒む。始祖の力を使ってどうするつもりだったんだ。
Come on, Eren, let us know.
生まれた時から俺のままだ。
Man.
Oh.
So Grisha literally saw it. I never knew if he actually like.
俺とあんたが同じだと思ってたようだが間違っている。他人から自由を奪われるくらいなら俺はそいつらが自由を奪う。
Yikes.
Wow.
あんたが望んだ哀れな弟はどこにもいない。あんたの心の傷を分かち合う罪。
Oh my god.
ただここにいるのは父親の望んだ LD を
Damn.
続けることでしか自分自身に肯定できない男。死んだ父親に囚われたままの哀れな男だ。
Still haunted by his dead father.
いいかエレン、始祖の巨人の力は俺の手の中だ。安楽死計画はいつでも遂行できる。
So I don't you?
だが
Yeah, why haven't you done it?
俺はお前を決して見捨てない。
You still want to change his mind?
I don't think he understands that Eren's not gonna change.
たった一人のお前を
You're
救いた
not
い。
gonna save Eren.
So they're just like he wants Eren to be on his side before they do any
Yes.
人類
craziness.
Yeah.
So he's really just been going at Eren for who knows how long, just trying to be like, "Come on, dude, be with me mentally before
I
we
mean,
do
he
this."
literally
crap."
said we wandered years of his memories.
It's so weird, bizarre.
That could be like years, like parts of years, maybe.
I mean, but still, we're literally going through like every moment of his life. They might have literally been together for years.
Hey, once again.
Do you see Eren?
Oh my god, this is
The day
It's
of
a day.
yeah.
day of reckoning.
あらエレン、今日は珍しく頑張ったじゃない。
What do you mean, actually?
なんだよ。耳が赤かった。嘘ついた証
I
拠。
remember that.
ミカサに手伝ってもらう。
This will be cool to watch Mappa versus WIT's attempt on a scene.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
父さん
It's like shot for shot.
仕事？
Yeah, literally shot for shot, except those two are just skulking.
23日かかる。
調査兵団に
Little snitch.
エレン、壁の外に
Look
出た
at
人類
Zeke's
がどうやっ
face.
て
He's so
分かってんの？
distraught.
All this time he thought he was brainwashed.
どうして外に出たいんだ
Yeah, because it wasn't really Grisha like telling him to do it.
Grisha didn't tell him anything.
He just had that. He had the attack titan will to find freedom.
Yeah.
ここで誰も続く人がいなかったら
Does Zeke not know about how the attack titan works? He doesn't. He needs to talk to the owl, man. He should have gone look at those memories first.
Yeah.
Eren,
When I get back.
帰ったら
He's looking right at...
自殺を見せてやろう
What?
本当に
What is happening?
I can't tell if they're actually affecting the present that they're in.
What?
Look at this.
Look,
dude.
Bro, they are!
Yeah.
They are affecting the present.
Yeah.
And he's going now, he probably realized I got like 10 days left to live.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do whatever he's about to do here. Murder all of them.
See this scene.
Frida.
私は壁の外から来たエル
She doesn't have purple eyes now. That's weird.
あなた方と同じユミルの民です
How is it already halfway, son of a bitch?
Now they'll be purple.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's
罪
still
から
accurate.
逃れてはいけません
Right.
我々ユミルの民
Willie
が裁
Tiber's
かれる
come.
日が来たのです
Judgment has come.
Yeah. They don't care. They just
巨
want
大な
Beldians to
力
die.
に対し人を世界を守るためには我々は罪を受け入れ
Why?
はい
滅びるほかないのです
Because they think they're monsters
あ
to the
の
world.
お姉ちゃんとは気が合いそうだな
Yeah.
お前はかつてこの記憶を見たと言ったなそして父親に深
Or
く
did Eren see something else?
あれも嘘だったの
Whoa.
破壊された壁のすぐそばにあり
Oh, dude, I'm getting chills.
Yeah.
妻と息子と娘と暮らしているただ訳も分からず巨人に食われることが食材だというのか
No, it's not.
いいえ我々がいくら反省したところで我々エルディア人が奪った人々の命を戻すことはできません
But you're not responsible for
し
that.
かし
Well, these fuckers might be.
Well,
but the
yeah,
rest of
but
them-
everybody else no.
我々エルディア人だけで済むんです
That's horrible. Whoa.
Why? Wait,
Bro,
was it?
what is
私を
happening?
説得しようなど無駄なことです
Is it Eren who like pushed him to
私
kill
から
him?
始祖の巨人を奪ったとして
It's crazy that like Grisha keeps feeling a presence.
私が始祖の力を使えないことは9つの巨人にはそれぞれの特性がある
Yeah.
私に宿る
Oh, yes.
かねてより進撃の巨人の継承者は何者にも従うことがない
Let's go.
理由がわかる
Self-righteousness.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Yeah. It's gotta be Eren.
It's all
It-
them
yeah.
together.
Yes, it is. Yes.
It's your Titan blood fusion shit. Ah!
継承者の記憶を
It's the future inheritors.
No way. Did they do it together? Grisha and Eren? What if they both just became Titans right now? Does he mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
Eren
you
knows
should have gone
the
to those
future.
memories first, Zeke.
千の血入れ子孫の力を完全に扱えないのは王家と家のあなたも同じ
Oh yes, that's true. That makes sense now. Why Frida didn't win?
家の血をここで食べ
Because they don't have full access.
Yeah. Wow.
決まっている
No.
It was it Eren?
できない
He can't do it?
What?
That's not what we saw last.
Yeah.
So Eren will make him do
It's
it.
Eren, yeah,
Eren will make
man.
him do it. Oh.
私は命が
Bro, no fucking way. There's no way.
グリシャは確かに始祖を奪い
It's Eren.
この一家を虐殺した
Oh.
はずだ
See, it's all your fucking fault, dude.
変わるわけがない
It never changed. This is how it's supposed to happen.
早くその友を殺せ始祖だ
No, this fucker.
I hate this fucking dude.
その男を生かしておくわけにはいかないよ早く
Did she?
Wait, what
Did
if it's
she kill
actually
all of
Eren's
them?
Titan?
フリーダみんなを守って
Dude, Aaron's gonna.
Eren was is the devil on his shoulder.
Literally.
何をしてる立てよ父さん
Yep. Yep. What?
忘れたのか何をしにここに来たのか
Oh my god.
犬に食われた妹に報いるためだ
Eaten by dogs, dude. He is.
ケガの仲間にダイナにクルーが報いるために
I feel rage. Yes, me too.
進み続けるんだ
Keep moving forward. Oh my god.
これは
He broke him.
Yeah. Oh jeez.
Jesus, man. Oh my god.
Oh, I kind of want to see it again, though. Oh, the kiss.
Yeah.
That's probably when he saw that
Yeah.
moment.
Oh god, dude, they're stuck to the ceiling.
There's
Oh.
Frida. There's Frida ripped apart.
Oh.
Good, Grisha. Yes.
Dude, Zeke had no fucking idea, man. He had no clue.
One of my favorite Titan designs. I want to see more of it.
His is really good.
Dang,
Oh,
Oh man.
Poor Grisha. He kind of looks like Kruger. I
He
think.
looks younger. His hair got shorter.
That's so fucking brutal, dude.
Dude. Oh my god!
That's so creepy.
Oh.
Aren't you Zeke? How would he know that though? Zeke
he
ain't
saw
an
his-
attack titan.
It doesn't matter, he's with Eren. From here on, things won't go your way. Only Eren will get what he wants.
What is happening?
Oh my gosh!
Dude.
Oh man. Oh man.
He should
I
have
don't
never
have the
come here.
mental capacity for this right now.
He should have never come here.
I don't have the emotional capacity for this shit right now. Ugh.
What you gonna do now, Zeke?
Dude, this is really fucked up.
It
Yes,
is. Please stop, Eren.
It's like a demon!
Oh!
Oh, it's crazy!
Some of
Hate this. I don't want to wait a week. I don't want to wait. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. I don't know if we get any more cutscenes this season. Dude.
I just want to say that back when we saw fucking Eren Kruger, I mean, I've been saying that Eren affecting the past. I mean, we've all said that. It wasn't just like a me thing. But I'm just like, oh my god. Eren, that little fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That little fucking demon.
But it's crazy too, because it's like how much is him too, or how much is it like who's responsible when everybody affects everybody? Eren would never be like him had Grisha not affected him, had the owl not affected Grisha, how the owl not affected Eren, how Eren would have affected them. Like it's all just a bloody circle. They're all responsible in their own ways for it, kind of. You know?
I know we haven't seen it, but a part of me, like, low-key feels like Eren found a way to affect all of the past.
All of it, like start.
Imagine he was the one
First
that
one.
went all the way back to, like, the very first Attack Titan. And, you know what I
That'd
mean?
be cool. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I really just want to see the ancient titans. I've really wanted to
I
see
feel
that.
like we have to at this point.
You think?
I want to see the Great Titan more.
I do too.
Yeah, you can't name drop that.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
Be ready. Be ready. Be
I
ready.
wasn't sure.
Be ready. Be ready.
That's a review. Okay. I think I actually like this one more than the last one, honestly.
This episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last one was a banger, but
Yeah.
I love when we get to go to the past and return to stuff like that.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
this is mind blowing, dude.
I'm happy we got an episode like this. This is the kind of stuff I was talking
We've
about that I
been
really enjoyed.
wanting it.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, let me turn that off. I love the sci-fi aspect of, like, that's one of the things I really felt like I would have heard more about, like people talking about with us in our Discord, or like kind of like the really like wacky portions of the show when they introduced that what the Attack Titan
Was.
and like how
Its
it
special trait.
influences. That's like, I felt like that was such a game changer, and I was like, will we ever return to this? Because that's like not a magnum opus moment of the show, but like it means so much when they drop that, and then they never really return to it.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, maybe they've always returned to it. It's always been what's happening since Eren never touched Historia's hand.
Yeah. But that's the only time it's been brought up in, like, plot and the audience's mind is when Kruger says you have to save Mikasa and Armin.
Yeah.
And then you know, Historia's hand kiss. Like, that was really, like, the ever since then, I mean, what, it's been, like, 18, 19 episodes since then. You know what I mean? So, like,
Yeah.
that's as much as we've, like, seen of it.
Well, that's what I mean. The show has such a tricky way of doing so many cool spectacle moments that you forget, like, pieces of the puzzle that could have the biggest... It's like having the king hidden away on the chessboard and acting like it never existed once you revealed it.
Yeah.
Like, when that Armin and Mikasa thing, I remember all of us being mind-blown. You forgot about it, and you were mind-blown with us.
Yeah.
And it was just such a, like, what does this mean for the show? And then on rewatch, that episode's even crazier because... Technically, I think we see our first bleeding effect, I guess we can call it. Because Eren Kruger is talking to Grisha of like, hey, here's all the things about the Attack Titan. And as he's doing that, like, the voiceover is occurring. Eren's voice syncs with it. Yeah. And then we follow Eren in the jail cell. And he's just there sitting, saying all this stuff. And Armin's like, writing it down like, this is wild. And then Eren, when he wakes up, he's like, where am I? Like, who? Like, what is this? Because it's like somebody else influencing him.
Yeah.
It's weird, though. Doesn't seem like that's exactly how it works. I don't know how it exactly works, because this seems more like Eren just was, like, whispering to Grisha, as opposed to, like, Grisha and Eren fusing. I thought it'd be more of a fuse. Like, it seemed like the owl was fusing with Eren in the jail cell, and it's like the owl was almost in the jail cell.
Yeah.
Where this was more like Grisha and him were separate entities, and Eren was just telling him stuff, not like they were the one same body, and Eren was the one killing the children.
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen because he dropped the knife.
That's what I thought might happen.
I thought Eren
just didn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it kind of makes sense though the way it ended up working out, because like Eren, like I think the craziest moment in that whole scene was, or in this whole episode rather, was when Frida was giving her explanation as to why that they've been doing it the way they have. Like, we're so horrible and we've done all these bad things that everyone's just going to live ignorant of it and the world's going to hate us. And when ruin comes for us, we will take it on.
We deserve
and
it.
Eren is sitting there like fucking fuming.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked like if he could have done it himself, he
would.
fucking would have.
Yeah.
If he could have like legitimately in a physical sense altered the past and just picked up that knife and just stabbed her or turned into the Titan and eat all of them himself, he would have done it, but he couldn't. So he had to sit there and be like, aren't you gonna do what you fucking came here to do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But before that, when he freaks out and and it flashes his face and Grisha's like scared because of like the demon that's next to him, that's Eren. I mean,
even when after all that, when he's outside, he's Grisha is like, is this what you wanted, Eren?
yeah.
Yeah.
I murdered children with
Yeah.
my bare hands.
Yeah.
I killed them with my hands. Zeke, like,
You have to
dude,
stop him.
I'm so sorry. I was such
Yeah.
a horrible father. I
Yeah.
love you. You have to stop Eren. But he said, like, you can't stop Eren. There is no stopping Eren at this point. That's why I wonder if Eren... Because if Eren affected Grisha's past, that's where I'm like... Has he been affecting other people's past? You know what I mean? Like... I don't know. It's just, that's where that question comes in, because he affects Grisha's past, and he affects the past.
Bring that back up when we go from the start of the episode run through, because there's something I want to ask all you guys.
I'm wondering, because now at this point, like, the Colossal Titan is attacking, right? That's what's next.
That would be the next thing.
So Grisha is now on his way back home, where he's going to inject Eren.
Yep.
Do we still think Eren played a part in that too? Because if he knows all this, he could be like, "Oh, I'm not injecting Eren."
No, he definitely.
This is going to get into the sci-fi stuff that you're really not going to enjoy talking about. But we should start at the beginning, because this is going to be a whole bloody thing.
I do just want to say that, spoiler alert, this makes me think of the Three-Eyed Raven with Bran, when Bran is looking at where John is.
The door episode.
Yeah, and he shouts, "Dad," and the dad looks back. Yeah. This is really cool. I love this.
This is some of my... I'm so excited that AOT is doing this. This is like some of my favorite talking points for any of the shows that we watch, speaking of Game of Thrones. Speaking of... we'll get into that. So,
dude, I might be with you. I might like this episode more than the previous one.
Well, it's fun. I love a return to your roots.
Well, I have been always wanting to see what actually happened between Grisha and this, and we just got it.
I just think it was cool to see. I mean, to start the episode, I just think it was cool that they are still stuck in like a heaven world, or like a whatever you want to call it, a memory
another
world.
reality.
They're in another dimension where they can like peek into things. So when they touched, that's what it was? It wasn't like they were starting rumbling or anything. It was like, we're going into the past.
He's trying to change Eren.
Future.
I think that he was... Because, remember, Zeke and Saber had... The reason why Saber came up with this answer is because he was, like, use the Beast Titan to go back all the way to, like, the beginning. Mm-hmm. And so he had developed, like... He had used his memory, going back to past memories, to, like, develop his, like, thesis as to why he thinks that we need to do the euthanization.
I think he was able to get that ability. Because he did say he went back through previous users, but none of the other people can.
And maybe it's clearly what I mean. Hell, Frida didn't even know that she didn't even have full access to the Founding Titans.
That's what's crazy too.
So, like, not to jump to the end of the episode, but since they didn't know that, clearly the Beast has more access, like going backwards. But Eren has almost the same amount because he can go forward too. Mm-hmm.
Well, also,
and he touched Historia, so he got like. Full memory.
So maybe that is a new power that they like. This is like the episode to address it. Like maybe the Beast can go back through past users, because that's what Zeke did today. He took Eren to the past. He didn't take him to the future.
True.
No. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Well, I was just gonna say too. Remember last episode, Reiner gave Porco
past
memories of himself.
Right.
I was gonna bring that up too, but somebody pointed out that Reiner was also touching Eren as he did that.
True, but Eren's not the one that has...
But it felt like an intentional move by Reiner.
It was definitely an intentional move by Reiner.
To, like, give Porco, hey, wake up, here's a great memory to give you some confidence right now.
And you know what's also crazy, actually, thinking about it? It wasn't... I said it was Reiner's memory. It wasn't Reiner's memory. It was...
his brother.
It was Galliard's...
Marcel.
Brother's memory. Because remember, it's from the POV of him. Because he's looking at Reiner, Annie, and Barrett when he's saying that. He's looking at Reiner and saying, dude, I talked you up and shit-talked my brother because I want to protect my brother. I don't care about you. You know what I mean? Like, that's... Yeah. I'm sorry you're in this situation, but, you know... So, he was able to jog... Reiner was able to jog a past memory for the Jaw Titan.
Yes.
But I'm just saying that all the Titans have that past-looking ability, but it just might take more skill or a certain... I mean, it might be just because Zeke is royal blood, he might have more ability to go back farther than normal.
And he did say he has a lot of knowledge about Titans as well.
That's,
I also forgot, Armin said he had been going back through Berthold's memories in first half. He was saying that to Mikasa and Eren on the training with the gun range. He was like, they were like, did you find anything useful? And he said, not really.
Yeah.
So you definitely can access previous users. So that's not an Attack Titan specific thing. The Attack Titan can see the future and influence each other, I guess.
And it can't bow to anything.
And it can't
It's
bow
its
to
own
anything.
thing.
Yes.
But yeah, they touched heads and they went back in time to
Eren's birth.
to look at Grisha's life beyond beyond Marley, because Zeke, of course, is very knowledgeable up to that point. We already lived through it back at end of season 3, so don't really need to rehash it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny because I kind of forgot, because we always talk about Zeke saying that Grisha brainwashed him, brainwashed Eren, because he did to Zeke. I mean, like him and his wife tried to influence Zeke so much, so he just assumed that Grisha did the same thing. It always rubbed me a weird way when we were watching it originally, because I was like, Grisha never taught him anything.
No.
Now, we were never sure at the time, because
when we started
the
with
basement and the whole drug thing, which ended up being the Titan serum.
We didn't spend a whole lot of time with Eren. Grisha.
And we never knew what Grisha was doing to Eren behind the scenes. I mean, for a while, at least I thought, I don't remember what Sam thought at the time, but we thought that Grisha had, experimented on Eren for a while.
For a long time, I thought he was just going to be the devil, and down in the basement was just going to be his devil coat up on the wall.
Oh, yeah. So we didn't know exactly what he was doing, so we never really... I guess we never fleshed out that Grisha didn't influence Eren at all, which is the funny part of Zeke going through all his memories of him growing up as a kid. Grisha didn't do anything to Eren.
He said he turned you into a nationalist, and it's really funny too, because Eren is technically a nationalist now, where he's full pride, Eldia, Empire, Eldian Empire, let's go, where his drive wasn't even directed at another people group. It was just his hate for the Titans, which at the time he didn't know was his own people, being tormented by other people.
Yeah.
So he had a rage. He had the Attack Titan freedom desire, but it was aimed towards just breaking out of the
walls.
the livestock lifestyle,
Yeah.
which is just really crazy. That's just really cool, because Zeke could have never predicted the Attack Titans' free will desire, which is the whole thing that Zeke's been planning off of Eren.
Yeah. And the other thing too is that Eren has he's always had this will about him. When we went back to Mikasa and he murdered those people, he said I know it was hard because they were playing the
past subtitles
with the present of what Eren and Zeke were saying, but Eren said he's I'm so hell-bent on freedom that, I will steal someone else's before someone steals mine.
Yeah.
And
that was crazy.
That seems kind of fucked. In the moment for that situation, it doesn't seem that crazy, because he was defending himself and defending Mikasa.
Yeah.
And at the time when we watched it, it's damn, this kid just, murdered somebody? I mean, that's kind of wild for, an 8-year-old or a 5-year-old or whatever to do. But, it is what it is. But now looking at it through, the lens of what we have now, that's kind of fucking wild.
Yeah.
Which shows, to me, I feel like that's enough of, and what Grisha says later, what he's going to do is terrible. I feel like that's enough for us to say that Eren is going to try and murder, the rest of the fucking world.
Yeah.
At this point, we don't need him to, it's spelled out for us pretty well at this point.
And I think we have our answer for... I always wondered if Eren would go back and influence events like saving Mikasa. Doesn't seem like it has to be that anymore, because we kind of had our window of opportunity this episode and it didn't happen. Eren didn't whisper to his younger self. But it just seems like it was just the Attack Titan at the end of the day. It was just the Attack Titan's natural influence over its future and past subjects for that just natural primal instinct.
I think that he does influence some things, though, because remember the way the show starts.
He still could go, we're not done.
Yeah, we're not
done.
done.
And do more influencing.
I just think that he has to, because what was the first thing? The first thing we see as soon as the show starts, Eren's asleep at the tree, well before he gets the Titan ability at all.
Flashes,
and he has flashes of Carla. He has flashes of
Hana's
Dina Fritz, Hana's death, which happens a whole 2 seasons later. You know what I mean?
He even has memories of the toys.
Yeah,
of Willie Tybur.
Willie Tybur
that we just got in season 4, because he's seeing everything up to even the newest Titans he's acquiring.
Yeah,
and the people that he's with.
So, but I'm saying he wouldn't have gotten that memory flash if he wasn't being influenced at that moment too.
Yeah.
So, but again, it's weird because the Attack Titan seems to influence even when not connected. Like, you know, you could go back to the past before Grisha got the Attack Titan and he could influence him back then too. But it seems like Grisha only became aware of Eren and Zeke's presence as time went on and as he got his Titan ability.
Sidebar while we're still in that scene about stealing freedom.
Yeah.
Is that not the scene where they're looking at the campfire with Grisha after Eren just slaughtered
That
the three
transitions
guys?
into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he said the freedom thing, it was killing the like slave traders or whatever Mikasa.
I'm just thinking about the scene where Zeke is realizing that like he's thankful or grateful for what his dad did.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, Eren stuck around and was looking at Mikasa when she said it's warm.
I think it's because he genuinely cares about her. I mean, like you said, he's doing all this to protect his people and his friends and his family.
So one of the first scenes, we skipped over it, but it's important. When Zeke, I think the first time, I don't know if it was the first memory, there was a memory they were standing still and like watching a scene play out, and when it didn't play out how Zeke wanted it, it was before the intro. Eren goes, next memory, Zeke.
Oh, it's when Grisha's asleep on his table and he says, I'm sorry, Zeke.
Yeah.
And then he sees him. He's like, who's that old man with a beard? It can't be Zeke.
Well, so here's what's crazy
he
about
saw
that.
him.
Is
Eren influencing that?
No. What I think is happening is Zeke's doing this whole thing thinking that he's going to change Eren's mind.
Blood connection.
But I think Eren's already done this.
Okay.
If he touched this for his hand and he's jumped into the future, he's seen everything that plays out, which means he's already seen Zeke's attempt to influence him, which means he knew the day would come where he was going to have to whisper to Grisha's ear, because he's already seen it when it touches his... Okay, this is the
So then that means Eren knew he was going to get his head blown off, too.
Yeah,
he probably did.
Yeah,
I mean, he's just. It's just like you're playing your role. You're playing the role. That's the whole thing.
Eren read the whole. Eren read
about.
the whole script. He read the whole script out already. He already knows what he's going to play.
I was going to bring that up too.
Yeah.
So him kissing Historia's hand, it was him seeing him influencing his dad.
Yes.
It confirming that he can see all those future things with Sasha's death.
There will never be confirmation for that. I don't think.
Just for Eren, that confirmed it to him. I think that
it could be.
I can see this shit.
Like an important moment in his life where a friend passes, and maybe he tried to change things. Like that's okay. So that's the thing where I was talking about with other sci-fi. Generally, in these scenarios, the victim of science fiction influencing them, they try to change stuff, and whatever they do, the world course corrects to make them have to end up doing it. Like maybe Eren tries to book a ticket to leave Marley. He decides he's not going to do the Declaration of War massacre, and something happens where just
the plane crashes.
The boat's tank has a hole in the oil spill and can't take that boat. He goes to the next boat, the boat lights up on fire. Like something, it just keeps on pushing him. There's restrictions to drive on the road. He can't walk. I don't know.
They block the road. Yeah. Something.
And it's like, well, we got to do this thing.
Yeah.
Sasha ends up dead. He couldn't stop it, even if he has influence over the events. It's like, well, I've already read the script, so I guess I just have to show up as the actor and just play it out. Like, this is what I am now. I'm just I have a director of God forcing me to just do life.
Yeah, but I think it's more. It's not necessarily that, because the way he's doing it, it's like he is God enforcing all this stuff.
Yeah.
One thing too we didn't bring up from like the earlier part is just the funny realization of Zeke realizing that Grisha hasn't he found the king like within like 3 years.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So he found where the Reese family was and didn't.
He couldn't confront them.
He couldn't do it. He chickened out. He wanted to live his life, and even then, in the last moments, he realized like he probably was short on his time span because of like we said, he was probably close to that 13-year mark, and was like, well,
this is the time.
I gotta go do something now, or this was all a waste.
I was gonna say, what was the reason why?
Probably just feeling the need. I mean, maybe we'll see Eren push him and be like, "Hey, bro, you gotta go and make the move. Otherwise, it is what it is. Like because if he dies and he doesn't pass on the Titan ability, then he either passes on to a kid that doesn't know what to do, which he ends up doing anyway. But I'm sure that's because of Eren influencing him.
Yeah.
It's wild too, because you would think Grisha, with this new hatred not hatred, but like this desire to stop his second son, would maybe not kill him, but like not give him the attack titan, because if he knows that he can be now influenced because of the same titan that he's about to give to Eren, maybe that's where Grisha's dealing with his can't escape from his fate. Like, it is fated for him to have to go back. Maybe he tries to stop it, and something stops him, and he has to just keep going to Eren. Maybe it's just his love for Carla that just drives him, and then he finds his son with Keith Shadiz, and he's like, well, damn, maybe I can't do anything. Might as well just keep on going with life right now. I don't know.
I think part of it too, and like this is just kind of like where I'm personally feeling with this, is that I think the Attack Titan literally is Eren. Like,
do you think it's not separate?
I think that his influence and what he is doing to it is literally Eren. You can have one opinion where you're saying like this is just who the Attack Titan is, and that influence is on everybody. But you say that, and granted, you could go back and you think, okay, well, Eren Kruger was basically a part of like the Marleyan SS. Like, he was finding Eldians, torturing them, killing them, being the bad guy to his own people willingly, because he knows what he is doing is going to lead to the right thing to do next.
Yeah.
You know, and he's doing it because he has to. But then you have Grisha, who's like doing this completely against his will, almost like he's being forced by Eren specifically. That's why I wonder because Eren doesn't do any of this outside of his will. Eren does it because he wants to. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if Eren was doing this because the Attack Titan was telling him, it would be a little bit different. But Eren is like the weird influence. You know what I mean? It's nuts, dude.
It's weird though. Like, who tells the owl? Who tells the owl to have a vision in that moment of Mikasa and Armin? But then who tells Eren to get the memories of the owl? Like, or do you think Eren's telling the owl to give the memories to Eren?
Eren.
Or do you think it's the demons and the aliens that are in them?
It's the aliens.
I was talking to, once again, I'm bringing up our friend Zinkin, who's one of our friends. Shout out, because we were talking the other night.
Is he one of our friends?
Yes.
Me and Will. I don't know if you know him.
No, I'm making a joke. He was like, I'm bringing up my friend Zink. He's one of our friends. Is he one of our friends?
No.
But we were talking, and I was going down through some of our old rabbit hole theories, and I was just like, man, things are getting a little crazy right now with where the show's going. And I'm like, maybe this is like our last chance to return to getting some answers. Because I was saying, it's really wild that we just have stopped asking what Titans are. Like, that is a huge thing.
Yes, it is.
And we just stopped caring about
what it is. Wasn't it most of, well, what I'm about to say isn't exactly true, but most of part 1 of season 4, we just saw, like, the 9. We didn't see regular Titans.
We started to get more
This is the first time we've seen, like,
normal Titans. Yeah, I mean, normal Titans can be normal Titans.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like, I feel like the general...
And, like, the whole season.
Maybe, like, the casual viewers have just kind of, like, forgotten it. Like, you got the, like, sub-answers where it's like, the pure Titans are the spinal fluid from the 9 Titans. And it's like, we just stopped asking what the 9 Titans are. They're the 9 spirits of Ymir. But now Ymir's a slave and not nothing, who just might have had all of the 9, and now she's messed up in the head. Maybe that's what happens. You just go brain dead when you get all 9. But what are the 9? Like, we know there's a tree. We know at some point we come in contact with either a devil of all earth, an alien. I was laughing because I was saying what it would be great is because, remember, season 3, part 1, I think, no, part 2 is when I started bringing back the alien shit, because Levi cuts Reiner in the neck, and then everybody gets pissed that Reiner can't die because...
That's bullshit.
But it's like... But the consciousness thing just doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the only time it's ever been fucking used is that one moment.
But then technically Eren, like... I mean, I know there's the whole... You can have your conscious activated for 20 seconds, but when they started doing, like, you can throw your consciousness to your leg, is it you throwing it to the leg, or is it like a symbiote that literally takes over your body when you die?
Yeah.
Because that's how I was... And this is what I was saying with Zinc and why it's crazy, and why I think it would make sense if it's alien still to this day. Is it... Okay, it can be alien or it can be parasite in the sense of parasites can operate a host when it's dead. When an ant gets a parasite in it, one of those like zombie ants, or the zombie parasites, it can still control the body of an ant for a little while. And then what happens? Eldians can't exist outside of the Titans. The Titans are what made the Eldians a thing. And when the Eldians are gone, a Titan can't exist anymore. When a Titan... the 9 shifters, I should say. What happens when Bertold dies? It goes to the next thing. And when it doesn't go to Armin, if Armin wasn't there and Bertold dies, it goes to the next host. Like, it just finds more. Like, it cannot exist without a human, which is a parasitic relationship. Yeah. So it's Invasion of the Body Snatchers is what the show is.
Well, I guess the thing that's just hard about that is that's specific to the 9, not necessarily all of Titan.
No, yeah, but that's my only headcanon. So if the show doesn't give us an answer, that's the only thing that makes sense. Where it's a plant from outer space, just like the Donald Sutherland Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It's just in that movie, it was a dying world on a different planet, and the species kind of sprouts out, flings itself into space, and it just happens to find Earth, starts to infest people, and then basically Attack on Titan would be the next thing after the prologue of the movie Invasion of the Body Snatchers, where it starts to infect the society, and then we start the show, or the first historical record starts after a parasite has already influenced the world. You know?
Yeah. So
that's the only answer I have.
I think that we will come back to it because we have 2 things at this point, right? We have whatever Zeke and Eren we have 3 things. We have whatever Zeke and Eren are about to do. We have Ymir, which Ymir seems to only listen to Zeke. You know what I mean? Because she didn't listen to Eren originally, but Eren just broke out of Zeke's bondage. You know what I mean? Remember Zeke last episode at the end? He enforced he used Ymir essentially to enforce the chains on Eren and hold him there. But Eren just broke out of it. So at the end of the day, we need Ymir to work for Eren. Well, not that we necessarily want her to, but she will work for Eren in some way. But how does Eren achieve that? And so I would imagine that we're gonna get some type of backstory, vision, or communication with Ymir. I hope so.
It'd be so disgusting if it's because Ymir's what? What is Ymir? What is Ymir in this heaven world? What is she?
She's a slave.
But what if it's just a brain dead body and you're just talking to the 9 spirits in one? You're just talking to the god, right? It's actually God, but it's just it can't talk because it's just not a real thing.
She's the 10th.
She's the 10th.
She's the culmination of
the culmination, number 10.
You know, because she's a slave and because that was a talking point of last episode, I wonder if Eren is going to have some type of soft spot's not really the right word, but you know what I mean? His whole thing is about freedom and trying to get them to be free. Is he going to do his...
Ymir free?
But that's what I'm saying, is he going to do his thing, use Ymir for his, end game, and then, once he's done liberating his people, whatever that means, I'm assuming it's genocide and murdering the rest of the world, or at least Marley, if he does that, does he then turn and free Ymir? You know what I mean? To stop her from having to be this slave to whatever she is.
Or he inherits all the 9 spirits and just becomes the next brain dead subject, frees her at the expense of his own freedom.
Yeah, I don't know.
And becomes the next person that 2,000 years from now we have to go and ask for the founding titan from, but it's Eren now.
I mean, I need more info about Ymir, because I don't understand how the creator of the 9 is a slave to them.
I don't know. I don't
understand
I'm sure we'll get the backstory.
Yeah, why are we asking the power of the gods from a slave?
Right.
You know,
why does a slave have a power of the gods and is still a slave?
It's so wacky.
Yeah.
It's also wacky, too. I don't really fully understand how it happened, but Zeke said when he was in that hole, while he was just waiting for Eren to recover, he was able to maybe negotiate with Ymir and asked her to break the vow. And the only reason he was able to do it was because
he's
royal blood, but doesn't have the founding titan in him to do the influence. Is the founding titan on this? So if we've never had somebody with that instance. We've never had Historia or Zeke or Frida with the founding titan. But presumably, if they had the royal blood and the founding titan, they would be subject to the... Have we ever had a Fritz with the founding titan? Was
Frida.
The king?
Frida.
Did she have it?
She was the founding.
That's what we think is the purple eyes.
So then what was it... Oh, so that was the thing restricting her, like they said this episode.
Renouncing war.
Because she had the Founding Titan, it, like, capped her at, like, level 10.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it never let her go beyond to be a strong fighter because the king prior said, nope, we're not using this for power anymore, we're cutting off at level 10. Yeah. Game blocked, you can't pay to go forward.
No DLC.
Want to change the
battery? Yeah, we'll do that. BRB.
Alright, so the paths.
Well, yeah, so...
Has it even been explained on camera? Or you just...
No, they just said that, like... I've seen people...
In our live chat, we're calling Will the paths.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I don't get
that the paths are just like to the coordinate. Like, because the one time it's referenced is Ymir looking up at the paths and seeing like the light to the light tree and stuff like that.
It leads to the tree.
Yeah, but I feel like the tree is essentially like Ymir.
I mean, like,
Zeke called it the coordinate. He said this is the coordinate.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it's just the path to coordinate. I don't know. I feel like it's just like multiple synonyms for the same.
I want to see that scene again.
I think they call them the paths because it can lead them to the source. But obviously, I think it was like what you're saying. Like the tree is the source, and it spreads out from there.
And that
like,
makes
you can backtrack them, and they become a path to backtrack to.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I don't really understand this at all, but people are saying that when the episode 3, the last episode, when you know how it did the head touch and we got all the flashes. Okay, there's a gothic Mikasa.
Yeah, I kept seeing that too.
Oh, yeah. So they said
and a nerdy Armin. What is that?
So it's
alternate
from
reality.
It's from the high school.
Oh, the junior high
the
thing.
Junior high thing.
Yeah.
Apparently
that show's linked to this?
Well, that's so okay.
The multiverse.
So hold on.
I don't want to deal with multiverse stuff.
Well, hold on. So that's an interesting thing. Yeah. So I didn't catch that on the first watch, and when I watched the reaction just like everybody else when it came out.
Yeah.
A lot of people said there's like Easter eggs. All those flashbacks were Easter eggs.
But so I did hear from somebody. I can't remember if it was a comment or something, but that the gothic Mikasa and the nerdy Armin are in like the Flash, but they're also like in the actual panel. Like when they drew the panel, like it wasn't just like they did it for fun on the TV show. Like when you look at the panel, apparently there's like a bunch of little images, and like that's one of the ones that comes up. It's either the panel or like one of the artwork things that's like certified Attack on Titan. Regardless,
that's what I bring up because I didn't know what we're supposed. Is it supposed to be like something we actually have to pay like attention to?
Well, but so
that's stupid.
I think the thing that worries me about that is, are we gonna get some type of like multiverse?
I don't want that.
If we get some like multiverse thing where it's like, what if this is the cop?
That's where I saw it from. People, all the annoying people who are complaining about the ending, they're like, the multiverse can change the ending. Boy, shut up,
dude. But that's what I'm saying.
Let the ending be the
but
ending.
What if that's like the way because we don't know what the ending is. Of course, we haven't read the manga.
If they change the anime compared to the manga,
yeah. But what if like that's what I'm saying? What if that's the author's way to make a second ending because people didn't like the first one, so they can kind of have whatever their headcanon of what they like.
My vote is keep Isayama's, or however you pronounce his name, keep his vision. Don't try to like.
Yeah.
This is how we end up with the other issues in our other shows.
If you're throwing a fit about it, fuck you.
This is literally how we end up with all the issues in our other shows. They try to course correct. Just let the show
end the way he wanted it to.
Be the show. This is not our vision. They keep saying this. It doesn't care if it's not what you want. It's somebody else's vision. And honestly, I've enjoyed damn near every chapter of this man's vision. Just let it be whatever his story is.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Don't do multiverse stuff.
Let's get back to... Because we didn't finish the episode.
We left off with the campfire.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, like, there's the campfire, and then more, we finally got to, like, when Eren was growing up, like, when he was 9 years old, right before the events happened. And, again, more Grisha seeing Eren literally as an adult and being, like, scared that he is seeing him. Which is funny, like... Remember, like, he's standing in the doorway, and he's like, don't worry, Zeke, or don't worry, Eren, like, when I come back, I'll tell you about the key and tell you about the secrets of what I've been working on. He's looking at Eren, like, scared shitless, which is just I wonder if it's one of those things where it's like we're seeing it from a different, because we're seeing it from Grisha's POV now, because all of this has been from Grisha's POV, living through his life, not Eren. So like little kid Eren didn't notice, but like because we're an adult looking at Grisha's POV, like we can see that he is visibly scared because he senses their presence. You know what I mean?
Like the version we got was the accurate translation of the real scene.
Yes,
because we're seeing it from a mature set of eyes, where season 1 we're only getting Eren's perspective. That could be true, because remember what I was telling you when we were watching the OVAs? I know it's stupid, but like Jean's perspective, he looked really handsome in the OVA to Sasha, because like it's his perspective, so he comes off like a hunk.
He's living his main character syndrome.
And there's this thing about Mikasa. Every scene that she's in where Eren's present is a lot more attractive in the animations, because it's his perception of how she looks. And then when he's not present, she doesn't look ugly, but she's not like the waifu.
Yeah.
She's not the waifu Mikasa with her cute little pink cheeks, whatever. So the show has that tendency, so you're probably right about that.
But yeah, so he does that, and Grisha finally goes to the Reese family and deals with Frida, and he pleads with them. I mean, he doesn't even honestly, it's like he went there not to kill them. He went there and was like, bro, like, please help, like, I need you to help my family. I need you to help my wife and my kid, our people. Like, people are coming to this land with Titans to kill everyone. And
like, it's too late. Like, you don't want the power of the Titans to be with other people. It's already happening.
Did Grisha know that?
What?
The Titans were coming?
Well, I mean, he knew that Marley would probably never rest until they were the ultimate power and had
Or he just went there with the mindset to get rid of Titans.
No, because Grisha went to Grisha was part of the Restorationists, and so their mission was to leave and become, get the founding Titan and the attack, because in their mind they didn't know the owl was the attack Titan. Go there, get the Titans, and come back and liberate Eldia. Free the Eldian people from the clutches of Marley. Or go over there and join up with the founding and, like, get them to rise up and fight back. That was the mission all along. And so that's why Grisha went, like, Grisha didn't go there to, like, steal the founding Titan. He went there to plead with them.
Yeah.
But he brought a knife.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta be ready for the smoke, you know? You gotta be ready.
And Al did say this is how you do it. Knife.
Yeah.
I got it on me.
Anyways. But they basically say, yeah, like, we've done all these horrible things, so whatever's to come to us, we deserve at this point. Yeah. Which, like, again, I feel like that would make sense if they said that for just the royal people. Like, if the royal family wants to subject themselves to being
the punishment,
destroyed and punished.
Yeah, it's like...
Sure, but, like, why are you, like, these millions of people that you have out there that they don't know what their ancestors did. They had no control of what happened, and now they're just forced to be, led to the slaughter because the king doesn't want to do anything. I feel like it'd be more, like, righteous to atone for your sins by giving yourself up, you know what I mean? Instead of making everyone else suffer.
It's not, I mean, it is definitely selfish, because it started, that whole, like, separation of the Eldians started with the Tiber family and the Fritz family, and the Tibers got the luxury of being heroes to the rest of the world, and got to have their selfish life with the Warhammer Titan and not be subject to persecution, become like icons. And the Fritz family, they get to run away and hide in a little hometown. And it's like, what was the purpose? Did they initially want to protect the Eldians and then realize after running away, hey, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't just let ourselves kind of die. Like, if they find us, they can kill us.
Yeah.
Like, when was the moment? Why even run away if the end result is still, let's just let them kill us? Because why run away? They're right there to kill you.
Yeah.
Like, what was I don't understand. Like, unless it was like they went over and then whoever got the next hand-me-down founding Titan said, you know what? I don't care what my dad says. Here's the new rule. If they come and kill us, they kill us.
I thought Willie Tiber said that
The king that ran away was the one that became a pacifist.
That's the
And he ran away. Wasn't it because of at that point Helios killed the devil of all Earth?
Well, they said that was a made-up story anyway,
Yeah.
so I don't know how true that is.
But that's why it's just like it's just weird because like Willie was aware of everything we're seeing now. He made a general public statement about how we don't have to worry about the Eldians because they're not going to come after us. Eren will come after us.
Yeah.
That was his whole speech. Is that the Eldians aren't going to come after us.
So Grisha chickens out,
Yes.
and Eren walks up to him. And Eren, visibly pissed at the whole situation, walks up and says, "Dude, you gotta do what you came here for. Like, get your ass in line.
Did you forget about your sister?
Did you forget about your sister that got eaten by
by
dogs?
Yeah.
Did you forget about Kruger and the sacrifice your family made? Did you forget about Dina?
Your
all
Did
of
you forget about
Falco's, all of
Zeke?
Falco's family?
All of the Grice family? Yeah. Did you forget about all of your Eldian brothers, your Patriot brothers and sisters?" He says all that to him and gets him to snap and go and murder everyone. He riled Grisha up.
Yeah.
And then Grisha had a breakdown outside.
And then Grisha had a breakdown. And so, Sam, like we were talking about earlier, you said you wanted to bring it up again, but Eren influencing the past.
Oh, it ended up being just the scene how I was saying Eren was like, "Hey, let's go to the next thing. Let's go to the next."
Oh, that's what
It was just the fact that like he's kind of like always had the awareness.
Oh,
that
he knows,
this
yeah.
day will come.
Yeah.
and it does kind of work with like the it does reflect the Dormammu Doctor Strange scene where it's like you're just in this endless loop of like you can't make this, you can't change this person's mind. It's trying to convince Dormammu from Doctor Strange, except Dormammu has already been here. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange is Zeke in this example, and he just can't convince because Dormammu's already seen the future, and you can't convince him.
Yeah.
Too bad.
And
The movies can't continue. MCU dies.
it's
Yep.
it's interesting too because frickin' as Grisha is explaining to the royal family, like, hey, the Attack Titan's special ability is that we can see the future. Like, you guys don't know that because you've cut yourself off and capped yourself at level 10. So you don't even know the Founding Titan's full ability. But I can see the future, and I can see the future of other Titans.
Yeah.
And Zeke didn't know that either. And that's where Eren's little fucking... He wasn't smiling, but I felt like his devilish, like, you tell Zeke that I've always known.
Yeah.
Like, this has been a waste of time. Honestly, it actually worked out in Eren's favor. Eren wanted to get to that point so he could get there and talk to Grisha and tell him, like, you gotta do this. And Grisha freaks out. He murders everybody. And his breakdown that he has after he leaves the temple and gets out of his Titan form, that's really fucking sad.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, his realization of him, I killed all these people, I killed children. Eren, are you happy? Is this what you wanted? The crazy thing, too, is he says, like, Eren, you didn't even, like, I don't even know when the walls are going to fall. Is Carla going to be okay?
Oh, yeah.
You won't even tell me. Like, he...
Oh, yeah, he said Eren stopped talking to him after that.
Yeah, because Eren stopped. Eren
Yeah.
wouldn't give him any more
Yeah.
information. And that shows that Eren was influencing more than we were even seeing.
Maybe it is exactly what I was talking about the fusion, but we just didn't see the fusion. Like when Grisha's spilling out all those words, it might literally be Eren saying it, but we don't get to see that version of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This all makes so much more sense now because
Yeah.
when we first saw the scene, when we only saw like a fragment of the scene.
With Historia, the
Yeah,
kissing hand.
Before that.
they've done
Before
two
that,
before that.
in season 3,
In the cave.
in the cave when they touch Eren's back, like when we saw that scene and you saw Grisha crying, it all makes sense now because I never, that was the one thing I never understood because Eren was like, oh, Grisha's so disgusting. Why would he do that? I can't believe my father. I can't believe like what I am. You know what I mean? And he was thinking about that, but then it was just weird because in the moment, like, I was always confused by that because Grisha was crying like he didn't want to do it, and it's because he fucking didn't want to do it. Eren forced him to do it. The little devil, dude, he's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
He's really, really fucked up.
Yes, we've gotten all 3 chapters now. So the first one was Rob Reese's perspective of the scene. when he touched Eren. Second one was, I mean, technically the second one was chapter 3, but we just don't see the
We don't see it as the audience.
because Eren touches Historia, sends him into wherever the hell, and then he sees all we see. The audience is free to just be like, just kind of stare at the camera, and then it's just wild. This is also like, I don't know why people thought, and now's the perfect time to ever address it. The little video we made for going into the final half with the thumbnail I chose for Eren. I don't know why that people would think that is like cheating, because that's like the very obvious moment that Eren never became, like, that's where he turned.
That's
Yes,
where
it
the
is.
show changed.
You
That's
know?
where this changed from Eren being the I mean, he is still the protagonist, but it changed from him being the good protagonist to the bad protagonist.
Like, you don't even have to know that he sees everything in the bloody future, but it's just so apparent that whatever happened there, it's not just a bloody scene of the cave. Because he's having a face, and everybody's like, Eren, you okay? And then the next thing you know, the dude's talking about the chubby titan crawling through the grass, and he
Like,
says,
he's a patriot, my brother.
this is my brother. Out there, that's our enemies.
Yeah.
And it just gets progressively worse.
Yeah.
And then the only few times I think he's ever normal is the train scene where he says, I love all you guys. I love all you guys. I don't want you to ever take the Titan. But like after that, it's just like brain dead. So there's a very obvious moment of the turn. So it's like, that's the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
That's the moment.
The other thing too about it is like he's visibly normal before that. Even after reading the book and having the vision of Kruger, he's messed up, but he's still
But
normal.
just like trauma.
Yeah, but it's just trauma dump because of like everything that's happened to him. And fighting Reiner again and almost losing Armin and all that. But he's like normal. And then he kisses her hand. And then, it's standing at the sea. If we defeat all our enemies, will we ever be free? And like the whole, him like just being in this like, or like when the...
It's a personality change. It's like, you see trauma Eren, but after the hand, it's not trauma Eren we're seeing, it's personality change Eren. It's different ideology Eren. It's a switch of character.
Future Eren took over present right there.
Maybe. I mean, we'll have to see. We got plenty of episodes now. This is only episode 4. That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's the craziest part of all this.
Mm-hmm.
We're only... Unless they end it next episode. Like, we don't know. But we're so early and it's exciting.
We're still so confused on how many episodes. Somebody in the comments said that we're only getting 12 and there's no movie.
I've given up on it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know until they tell us themselves at this point.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, at the end of the day, they could stretch it out as long as they. I mean, this could really be an ultimate play of maybe we don't get like a movie, but maybe they give us like hour-long episodes. I know that's not like a normal thing, but they could do something different. I don't know.
Thrones did it.
But true. But I mean, this has been really good first 4 episodes. I will say though, other than I feel like this fight has dragged on pretty long though, like. The
battle?
The first 3 episodes to me, like, it's been good, don't get me wrong, but I'm glad that last episode and this episode we finally had some, like, movement.
Development.
Yeah, movement, meat development, just because it felt like we were just constantly fighting each other for, like, forever, and no progress had been made as to, like, what Eren wanted.
Yeah. I think waiting like 16 episodes to get some info on Eren was a bit... It didn't drag. Season 4 was a great season. But I think you really started to feel it towards the last half where it's like, come on, I want to know what the main character's up to.
Yeah, because
Like,
all
I
we
don't
get
like just watching this skulking guy who like seems like he knows everything.
The only thing we had was him shitting on Armin and Mikasa. That was it.
Yeah.
So
Which we bought for a brief time and then didn't buy anymore.
yeah,
'Cause
it
we
was
just-
very
we
quick.
know Eren.
Like
We
there's
know
no
Eren.
way. Yeah,
We know Eren loves Mikasa. Is there anything else? I'm trying to think.
Grisha hugged Zeke.
Yeah,
And he was actually talking to him, and he told him to stop Eren.
Oh my gosh, I love
And
you.
Eren was just
I
in the
love you,
background
Zeke.
like a creep
I
fuck.
love you, Zeke. Ah!
Yeah.
Frick! I think
poor dude.
it's just bad timing. It's bad family timing. It's really the irony of like this. You know, Eren is the perfect son that Grisha wanted, but that would have been better suited if Eren was the one in Marley, and Zeke's the better son for just a natural lifestyle. That's the sad, sucky part. Zeke just never wanted to be some grandeur character. He just wanted to be a son, and the growing up of Marley don't get that. You can't afford that.
Yeah,
you have to
born
be
at the
better.
wrong
You have to be
place.
better. You have to be the ape titan who saves the world. And he came for it too late. And then Eren, when you have peace, You have the son who's not nationalist, but so prideful for wanting to do something with his life, and it's just enjoy the peace. He's flip-flopped. And everything, no, the show wouldn't have happened. They were just flip-flop sons. We don't get that luxury.
We don't.
And now the Psycho is a full-on nationalist, potentially. He's gonna be crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna kill the
It's
world.
also-
He's gonna end the world.
That sucks, though, too. Because I love his person. And I want to talk about this more when we go forward in the show, but the one thing that's always been awesome about Eren is his love for people. Like, that's always been, like, the one thing that makes him one of the great protagonists. Because he has such a valiant love for people.
Yeah.
Like, above anything. Like, even the people he doesn't like, it's like he still feels the need to put them above the Titans at the time. Because it's like, I don't know, it's just a love for existing. It's that whole philosophy of, like, humans are innately bad, which is Zeke's perspective, so they should cease to exist. Eren's is like, yeah, we are flawed, but that's the excitement of free will. Like, we are allowed to be bad if we want to, we're allowed to be good. And that's the excitement of free will. But that's
But
just
you
those
should
deep
be.
philosophies.
But you should be given the choice to try and be good. Is kind
Yeah.
of like where Aaron's perspective of it is, but also Eren is actively choosing to be bad.
To be bad. He's like, you're choosing to be bad, and you're coming for me? Well,
So
I got
what?
free will too. I'm coming at you. You want to kill me? I'll kill you better. 10 times better. I got a 10 million colossal titans sitting for you, which I don't support, but I still want to see it.
Yeah.
I don't care. I want to see it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content. Check out the Patreon if you want to see our 3 OVs that we have available, as well as Full Metal Alchemist, The Witcher, and any other content that may or may not be coming out. I don't know. If you enjoyed this episode, just make sure you share the love with us, and we'll talk to you about it in the comments. Just don't spoil, because you know how we are about that stuff. So, see you next video. Ponche!
Bah!